Hey everybody, today I'm back focusing on the new Hunter Guild in Varlamore and showing off a new strategy that you can use to optimize your rumor completions. Now I've already made a video going over blocks and rerolls, and while that information is helpful, if you haven't seen that video, don't worry, you don't really need to know the information to understand this video. In fact, the new tech presented today is a lot more simple to understand, it's a lot easier to set up properly, and perhaps most importantly, it's way more powerful and will give you much more benefits. So let's put foxes aside and let's talk about kebbits. Also, this video is geared towards people who are doing adept and expert tasks. When you get to the master level, you're not really getting any kebbit tasks, so this one's really focusing for people who are still in the mid game, and it is really damn impactful. So let's say I have a task such as Saber-Tooth Kebbits. Now, if you've ever done Saber-Tooth Kebbit, or any of the Deadfall ones, you know that they are not fun. They take a long time. You can only have one trap up at one time. So it's really one of the worst tasks that you could be doing. Instead, let's get a counterfeit. I'll go ahead and get a rumor instead from my Guild Hunter service, and they're asking me to hunt a Dark Kebbit. Dark Kebbits are found in Falconry, which is a lot easier, a lot faster than doing, all the Deadfall ones. I'll go ahead and take a ferry ring over to the Piscatoris area, grab myself a falcon, and they are actually planning on adding like a right-click option as well as being able like a one-time fee for you to get like unlimited access to the falcon. And if I check my rumor, my current rumor target is a Dark Kebbit. In order to get the special item off of any hunter monster, you have to be on the current rumor. So if you sometimes are going like 200 dry and you're not getting something, you might want to check that you're actually on the rumor. I've made this mistake more times than I can count. And I'll begin catching Dark Kebbits until I actually get the Kebbity Tuft. And there we go. We just got our Kebbity Tuft. It only took like a few minutes. Falconry is pretty damn fast. It's one of the better tasks you can get. Let's head back over to the Hunter Guild and turn it in. Except we're not actually going to go ahead and complete this Dark Kebbit task. Remember, we're just here to get a counterfeit. Instead, I'm going to go back and talk to Akko, the expert that offered me the Saber-Tooth Kebbit, and I'm going to go back to hunt for them instead. You'll see, they're going to ask me to hunt a Saber-Tooth Kebbit and bring me back some of its fur. Well, here's the thing. All of the Kebbit tasks share the same unique hunter item, the Kebbity Tuft, meaning that I can actually go ahead and turn in my rumor again, and I've just completed a Saber-Tooth Kebbit task by doing falconry instead. So I can go ahead and get another rumor, and that's it. I'm doing Sunlight Antelope now instead. And I did complete an expert task. I did get another Hunter Loot Sack tier 2. It's not like I turned it in and it was as if I had completed an adept task. No, I actually completed this expert task. What's more is that if I go back to service and switch to her task, she's gonna once again offer me that same Dark Kebbit. That Dark Kebbit task didn't go anywhere. It's still locked in. And what this means is that by having one of your guild hunters holding a Dark Kebbit task, you can swap any Kebbit task to the Dark Kebbit task, catch the fur, come back, swap back to the bad Kebbit task, and you're done. It can also be Spotted Kebbit. It doesn't have to be Dark Kebbits, just one of the Falconry ones. This is sort of like a pseudo block. You're not blocking Dark Kebbits, but you're transforming every other Kebbit task into falconry. And there's a lot of bad Kebbit tasks. Wild Kebbits, Barb-tailed Kebbits, Prickly Kebbits, we got Razorback Kebbits, we got Saber-Tooth Kebbits. That's 5 of the worst tasks in the game, Tracking and Deadfall, that are essentially eliminated with this setup. All you have to do is remember to swap back to your original task, because if I did accidentally turn in the rumor at service, I've now completed the Dark Kebbit task, and I would have had to start again. Let's actually talk about how we can get this set up. It's really not that complicated. Let's go back to our trusty diagram. Remember, this really only helps you if you're at adept and expert level, so if you're already level 91 hunter, there's not really any bad Kebbit tasks you're getting, and this doesn't really help you all that much. Now, if you don't already know, of the 6 kind of hunter contracts available to you, no 2 masters can share the same task. This means that the first thing we want to do is just make sure that we have Dark Kebbits and Spotted Kebbits kind of in the bank somewhere. We don't want them to currently be one of our available contracts. If it is, just simply do that one and replace it until it's basically not currently one of the contracts. Then just keep doing an adept task over and over again until you land on one of these, either a Dark Kebbit or a Spotted Kebbit. Dark Kebbit is a little bit more experience, so it's just marginally better, but honestly, it's so small that if you get either one of these, you basically got the setup right, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. Remember, Falconry tasks are so quick that if you got like, 100 extra experience by doing Dark Kebbits over Spotted Kebbits, it wouldn't really matter that much. As for which Adept Master to go to, I would personally recommend using Service instead of Ornis, and this is because the two Adept Masters actually have a slightly different list. They both can give you Spotted Kebbits, but only Service can give you Dark Kebbit, meaning if you're just doing Service over and over again, you kind of have like twice the chance of hitting a Falconry task. Once you've landed on either Dark Kebbits or Spotted Kebbits, you're done with the setup. That's it. Now you're welcome to go around and do whatever other tasks you want. And let's say you get something like Sabertooth Kebbits from the expert. Talk to Service or Ornis, whichever one has the Kebbit task. Go and get the Kebbit fur like I showed in the earlier example, and then when you return to the guild, instead of actually turning in the Dark Kebbit task, swap back to the Sabertooth or the Razorbacked or whatever and turn it in as if you had done that all along. Congratulations, you've just produced a counterfeit. Hunter Guild is not very good at detecting this, so just be careful if you've been buying any crocodile purses from them lately. So just how good is this? Is it even worth doing? Absolutely. Let me go ahead and demonstrate just how my expert list changes because of this one simple setup. Here's the list of all the available tasks for the expert level. You can see that there's actually 4 Kebbits: the Razorback, which is tracking, Sabertooth, which is deadfall, and then the Dark Kebbit and Dashing Kebbit, which are both falconry, and typically we'd be fine doing this. At the adept level, you can also get barbed-tailed and prickly, so you definitely should be doing this if you're adept. It is very, very powerful and worth doing. Essentially, we've managed to convert our list into something like this. Instead of getting those 2 Kebbit, every time we get those, we're just going to do Dark Kebbits instead. And you can already see how much better this task list is looking. Now, if we also introduce the concept of blocks and get some of the less favorable ones in our earlier slots. So for example, I did a bunch of Adepts until I also got Pyre Foxes for the other guy. And my Novice, I was actually really lucky. I got Kyats. Well, now we have 3 blocks essentially. We can't actually get Dark Kebbits as a task. We can only get the other 2 Kebbits, which we treat as Dark Kebbits, essentially. Sabertoothed and Pyre Foxes are also blocked now. So really, what's remaining here? With my blocks, this is all that's left. I have Orange Salamanders, the 2 Kebbit tasks, which we treat as Dark Kebbits, Gray Chins, Red Salamanders, Red Chinchampas, Dashing Kebbits, another Falconry, and Sunlight Antelope. This is so much better. And again, we can also block 1 more with experts if we wanted to as well. We could really reduce this down into just a few tasks. And honestly, of these tasks remaining, I don't actually know what's the worst one. It's probably either Antelope or maybe Orange Salamanders. I'm not actually sure. 3 of these are Falconry, right? Because we're going to do the Razorback and Saber as Dark Kebbits. And now expert tasks are just so much faster. You're never going to be stuck doing a boring bad task. Right now, I think the worst part of the rumor system is when you get stuck searching for this one, rare item and you're there for like an hour, you're getting like no experience. But now basically all of our tasks are either incredibly fast or they give good experience. The reason why I went with this list in particular and decided to put the Dark Kebbit in the adept category is so that we can leave both of our experts open. We could of course do this with a Dashing Kebbit over an expert as well, but I think it's just easier to keep it in adept. It's also why we put Pyre Foxes over an adept for later, because when we get to the master tasks, it's the only one that adept and master share. So this is kind of like an ideal adept block list. And novice, you can kind of go with whatever. So if you get any decent block, I would just kind of stay there. You can of course also get Dark Kebbits or Spotted Kebbits in the novice one as well. That's totally fine. It's just a little bit hard to kind of rummage through novices to get exactly what you want. If you're doing this as an adept, I still think it's absolutely worth it because there are so many bad Kebbit tasks. If you do get a Pyre Fox, you can simply do it, or you can refer to my previous video going over rerolls. Basically, you would complete a novice task and that would give you a one-time reroll at the Pyre Fox task if you had it. But this would kind of be like your basic setup that you're going to go for if you're at the adept level. Again, it's super easy. Just keep doing Corvus preferably over and over again until you get Dark Kebbits. And again, just make sure that none of the other masters already have Dark Kebbit or Spotted Kebbit. Otherwise, you can't pull it a second time. No 2 masters can have the same contract. So honestly, with this and with getting decent blocks, I have been absolutely slamming rumors. I got so many done today. Just got the headwear too, which is pretty damn nice. I personally think that with the list that I showed, you can get some really fast completions. And while we don't know the exact rates of the Guild Hunter outfits or the pet, this might just be the fastest way to like actually get those pets because you're just getting so many rumors done so fast. The vast majority of them are all falconry, and you can just slam falconry in like, 3 minutes or so. So hopefully this new tech is going to help you out, really get some crazy hunter gains. I've been getting so much more experience since I started doing this, and the gameplay loop has felt so good because I'm never bogged down like tracking down and searching all the bushes or doing any of that. Give this a try, guys. You absolutely have to do it. Go to your Adept Master, go to Corvus, just keep rolling till you get one of the falconry tasks, and just do your best not to forget to swap back. Remember, if you do turn in the Dark Kebbit task accidentally, you're going to have to keep going to find a new one so you can get the setup again. Thanks for watching, guys. The Hunter Guild is definitely a little bit janky. Hopefully they don't change this or remove it, and I hope you guys can implement this into your strategy to really speed things up. Good luck hunting, and I'll see you guys soon.